Okay guys, so as I was saying earlier, when I was tacking him up, I tightened up the cinch. You know, I was just, hey, where are you going? Shh. Oh, back. Oh, I don't know what he was doing. Campbell, leave it. Oh, all right. As I was saying earlier, when I was tacking him up, I was I was pulling on the cinch to kind of squeeze, release, squeeze, release. He gave me a little reaction. I didn't like it because to me, it's just appeared that he is really green broke and he hasn't gotten his tickles all the way out. Hey, back up. Get out of my space. All right, so I'm gonna lunge him with the saddle now, and I have it really loose because I want to walk him around for a bit so he could release the air. And now what I'm gonna do, you'll see, is I'm gonna tighten him up real tight because if he starts bucking, I don't want that saddle to get loose and start to swing down around his side or under his belly. Okay, so we're gonna be very careful. And if you do see him bucking, what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be my job for the timing also, is to change direction, get him thinking, get him to turn around quickly, get him moving, backing him up, whatever I need to do to get that brain thinking. No bucking, let's work and let's pay attention. Okay? All right, wish me luck. Okay, I'm just currently testing right now. I am actually going to use my Bluetooth little set here and see if I could talk to you while I'm far over there and you can actually hear me. So let's give it a shot, shall we? See if that stops. Oh.
Okay, so unfortunately, it appears that my Bluetooth is not loud enough, so you can barely hear me talking. And an observation I made is Camo. Oh my gosh, he just keeps going round and round and round and round. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. See, I am paying attention when I'm working with the horse. I'm watching Camo, but to be able to see him in the video and just hear him pass the camera every single time is it's hilarious. Okay, so y'all probably wonder why I don't tie him up or anything. You know, he's not bothering the horse. I do have him pretty in good control. I just yell at him if he tries to get in too close, and Camo will distant himself. So for me, he is fine because he's getting his exercise that he needs. After all, they're healers. They need to run around, get that energy out. Otherwise, they'll go berserk. So back to Judd. Judd did really good. I cinched him up real tight, and you know, I did, however, notice he was a little tense. So I was just kind of taking my time, just feeling him out, and making sure I have control of his feet and I have his mind focused on me and not of anything else. So our lunging is still a little sloppy. It's not as clean. What I do want him to start to learn to do is Judd needs to start pointing his nose inward in the circle, because then that way when I want to stop him or change direction, he has his eye on me and he's ready for whatever I'm going to ask him. That's why it's very essential that you make sure when you're lunging your horses that nose is tipped in to the circle. So like right there, his nose is tipped in, but then I lose it, so I give him a tug on that line. Like right there, his nose is outward, so I'm going to bump him, get his nose in. And you're just going to continue bumping their nose in, release, bumping nose in, release, and eventually they'll start to get it. So like I said, it's a good thing to get their noses bumped in, because then when you ask to change direction or for them to stop, they'll do it a little quicker. than if their nose is outwards, because then you have to literally pull them hard because you got to get their attention. So I have him loping around, and he's doing really good. He hasn't broken into a buck or anything, so I have good control over him, good control over his mind. He's focused. So right here, real quick, you could tell that he has an eye on me. When I ask for the stop, I don't have to pull him so hard. He's watching my body movement. He stopped and he turned around.